What's up, my crypto legends? In today's episode, we are checking out the BTC US dollar pair. We did break down from this symmetrical triangle. We are going to look at some different support and resistance area. If we break them, we might have some trading opportunities. We'll be checking out the 15-minute chart also, and the Ethereum US dollar pair breaking down from this symmetrical triangle. We'll be sharing the targets today and some different support and resistance area to see if we break them and we can have a new possible trade. If you're interested in trading, make sure to check out the PrimeXbt leverage trading platform. Here you can use Bitcoin or Ethereum as collateral, and you can trade 50 different assets such as the Dow Jones. If you use my link in the description and Bitcoinsensus 50 as promotion code, you'll be getting 50% in addition of what you deposit. You deposit $2,000, you'll be getting $1,000 on top of that to trade with, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and very soon I'll be getting a PrimeXbt full tutorial out. And also, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says Bitcoin is a substitute for gold, and Bitcoin could top out at $150,000 to $300,000 by 2022, says large BTC miner. And Bridgewater Ray Dalio warns government could restrict Bitcoin investments. All of this in today's episode, guys. Make sure to smash up the like button if you like this content and subscribe for coming updates. Let's go straight into the video. Hello there, Andy here, and welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus, where you subscribe for the quickest technical analysis and news on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the financial markets. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. And said this, let's go straight into the charts. All right, guys, first of all, let's check out this fractal that I did mention yesterday and the last couple of days about the Bitcoin price doing a very similar movement at this one over here. But it seems it did not play out at all. It looks like it was going to kind of play out, as you can see the fractal, but this support area did not hold and we broke to the downside, so no more talking about this. Let's take a look at this huge support area. Remember this blue horizontal line that I did put about a week ago, and we can see that this is because of this huge amount of volume that there is here on the 22nd of February. It is this candle right over here, as you can see, with this huge amount of volume. Okay, so I've put the top of this horizontal line on top of this green candle with this huge amount of volume. It is on the 1 hourly and also on the 15-minute chart. I've also pulled out the VPVR so you can see where there's a huge wall of resistance, of support, sorry. Here we can see on the VPVR, suddenly just below the $53,500 range, there's a huge gap. This means that there's no volume traded around these prices. So in between 51,500 and 53,500, there's a $2,000 gap here where a lot of people haven't been interested in buying or selling around these prices. So meaning if we drop below the $53,500 range, which we've just been holding by a thread here, as you can see, this blue horizontal line that I've got from that huge candle with a huge amount of volume. If we drop below this with a good amount of volume, we'll be coming down to retest the $51,500 range, which is also this green box area that I put down here, because this is from this inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern that I showed you for the last couple of weeks. There's this inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern, and here we can clearly see this resistance area that there was, and we broke out nicely. So if we come down and we break this blue horizontal level and also the VPVR, this huge hole, as you can see, no volume, we'll be coming down and retesting this level, which is at the $51,500 levels, where you can start seeing some volume on the VPVR, as you can see. This is what I got here. If we do break down to the downside, expect that if we break down $53,500 with a good amount of volume, guys, then we'll be coming down and retesting the $51,500 range. As you can see, there's no volume at all on the VPVR, so expect a huge drop to the downside. This is the bearish scenario that I see in the next coming hours or days. The bullish scenario would be taking a look now at the 5-minute chart. We can see that we broke down from this descending wedge also, guys. Let me just get the VPVR out of the way. And we can see that this downtrend, if we continue, we remember that we have 2 points here of touch. Okay, So this is creating a downtrend. We've got them two, and if we connect them, that's a downtrend. And also we have a great support area from this blue horizontal line that I showed you. So this might create a descending triangle, so we might come up and retest this area, or maybe come up much faster and retest the support area of this ascending wedge. So depending in the next hours or days, we need a retracement, because when we have a huge drop like this, we can expect a retracement. If we get the Fibonacci retracement tool, from the top bit down below, at least maybe coming to the 62% levels, which would be the $56,500 area. So we could expect a retracement here from this drop that we had yesterday. If we take a look at the 15-minute chart, we can see also I was looking at this potentially as a descending wedge. If we connect this high over here, this lower high, with this other one, and also this and this like that, it looks like that we have formed like a descending wedge, which is bullish. So now the bears might be losing some steam. As you can see, we fell down, we created this descending wedge, and we probably kind of bottoming out till we have a good retracement. So this is the movement that I'm expecting, because this blue horizontal line should hold very nicely, guys. There's a huge amount of wall of money here, of support area, but guys, it is looking a bit bearish at the moment, so we could break down to the downside to the next levels, which is the $51,500 range. But as you can see, this descending wedge is, the bears losing steam. We broke to the upside. We might get supported again right here, creating like a double bottom pattern right there. We might come back down and like create a double bottom, and probably a support area to come to the upside, guys. If we do create this scenario, this would be a great trading opportunity, because if we get the lower part to the neckline and we break to the upside, well, we could see the $56,500 range if this scenario does play out, guys. But nothing guaranteed. We might come back down and break this support area. But as you can see, we have created like a descending wedge here. So I am expecting a retracement to the $56,500 range. This usually happens when we have a severe drop like this, guys. This is what I've got for the technical analysis for the BTC price, guys. Let's take a look at Ethereum. We did talk about yesterday about this symmetrical triangle, and we did break to the downside. I was expecting going to the upside, but we broke to the downside, and we did go through the support area over the $1,700 range, and we just touched this support area at 1,650. As you can see here on the chart, it was major resistance in the past, converting it into support. We have this resistance area right there, and also we broke it out and then converted it in support. As you can see, we were aligned just on top of it nicely. So now we've just come down and retested it. So what we need to see here right now is us pushing to the upside, not letting this pattern right here continue to the target, which would be the width of the symmetrical triangle, and from the breakout it could take us to the $1,550 range, guys. We do not want that. We want the bulls to hold on, so we might get nicely supported here and break the $1,700 range. It looks like we're going back to the upside, but it is also a retracement. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. The bearish scenario would be if we break this $1,650 range, guys. I'm expecting to come all the way down to the 1,550, which would be the target of this symmetrical triangle, like I mentioned before. If we zoom here on the 15-minute chart, we can see that we potentially have created a similar scenario as Bitcoin, creating a descending wedge, guys, as you can see there. If we connect these points like this, it does look like that we've created like a descending wedge scenario. Very important level that I can see here. We did break down with quite a decent amount of volume, as you can see here on the 15-minute chart. Let's suppose that this area right here, if I do a horizontal line just behind this red candle with this good amount of volume, it is important, in my opinion, that we do break to the upside behind of this red candle, which has also been major support area, as you can see here on the chart. Look how we've had major support. Sorry for the zooming, but this is the 15-minute chart. If we can see, look, the major resistance there, we broke to the upside, as you can see here, and then I've been retesting it as support a lot. So this area, the $1,730 range, it looks like it's been heavy support and resistance in the past. Look how many points of touch we've had there. And this is just when this red candle started the breakout, as you can see. Just where I put this horizontal red pink line is the back of this huge red candle. So it would be really important to break the back here of this red horizontal line. If we do come up here and break it to the upside, we might get a little rejection here from this support area of the symmetrical triangle. But if we break with a decent amount of volume here, guys, when we break the back of this triangle, I like trading these. It's called a setup 2 pattern. When you break the other side of the trend line, where there's a huge amount of volume, the back of the candle, once we break it to the upside and then come back down, we are retesting the back of where the volume, where the money started dumping this price level. So once we break the other side of it and then we come back down, if the volume is higher or similar to this one, it is usually great to place a buy order and retest the top of the breakout as a double top. So guys, this is what I'm expecting maybe in the next coming hours or days, potentially breaking the back of this red candle, retesting this support area of this symmetrical triangle. Hopefully we can break this resistance area to the upside, get back into the symmetrical triangle, and this potentially being a fake out, guys. We need the bulls coming back. I don't think we are going to go much lower. We are in a bull market, so shorting the market is very risky, guys. Let's take a look at this news. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell says Bitcoin is a substitute for gold. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell sees cryptocurrency as a substitute for gold rather than the dollar. However, he cautioned that crypto assets, including Bitcoin, are highly volatile and not useful as a store of value. The Fed chair detailed crypto assets are highly volatile, see Bitcoin, and therefore are not really useful as a store of value, and they are not backed by anything. They are more of an asset for speculation. They are also not particularly in use of a means of payment, he elaborated. It's more a speculative asset. It's essentially a substitute for gold rather than for the dollar. But then you have the Federal Reserve printing trillions of dollars and doing the stimulus packages for the American citizens. Well, this will devaluate their dollar, and Bitcoin has been going up on an average of 200% every single year if you look at the 10-12 year track record. And the other day we saw the Turkish lira drop almost 15% of its value. The national currency value dropped 15% in one day, guys. So that is absolutely really scary if you're thinking that your currency from your country is not going to devaluate. Let's take a look at this. Bitcoin could top out at $150,000 to $300,000 in 2022, says large BTC miner. The current Bitcoin bull market could accelerate around September and then slow down by June 2022 before entering a bear market. That's according to Jiang Suhe, CEO of BTC Top, one of the largest cryptocurrency mining platforms based in China. BTC could tip between this September and next June, targeting $150,000 and $300,000. Jiang told CoinDesk in comments sent via WeChat by a representative, the current price levels is definitely not reaching a peak, he said, and the attention and popularity around Bitcoin has not reached the levels we saw in the past bull market. It is good to see one of the largest Bitcoin miners in China saying that we're not even close to the peak of the bull market. He must have loads of data and he can see that this is not even close to peaking out. Let's take a look at this news. Bridgewater's Ray Dalio warns government could restrict Bitcoin investments, impose shocking taxes. The founder and chief investment officer of Bridgewater Associates, the world's largest hedge fund firm, has warned that the government could impose prohibitions against capital movements into assets such as Bitcoin. He added that the regulation may also impose changes in taxes that could be more shocking than expected. One should be mindful of tax changes and possibility of capital controls. Dalio has been studying Bitcoin over the recent months. In November, December last year, he admitted that he may be wrong about Bitcoin, but was nonetheless worried about governments outlawing cryptocurrency. In December, he said Bitcoin could serve as a diversified to gold and other such storeholds of wealth assets. Then in January this year, he said that Bitcoin is one of a hell of an invention, revealing that his firm's looking closely at the cryptocurrency. I am not too worried about this tax. Obviously, this is going to be like capital gains, so it will have to be taxed. And I'm not worried about governments banning Bitcoin either. You cannot ban something that is decentralized, and especially if you have an internet connection and you can use something like VPN, which will hide your IP connection. This is going to be it for today's episode. Make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. You've got great tutorials and reviews on how to buy, how to store, how to trade Bitcoin safely. We've got the latest news and technical analysis. So I'll be leaving a link in the description of the website so you can check it out. And if you haven't seen my Bybit leverage trading tutorial, I'll be leaving a video popping up on your screen. And a massive thank you for tuning in, guys. Make sure to smash up the like button on your way out, and I will see you in the next one.